Hello students, today we will start our new chapter Physical World and Measurement of class 11th Physics. Physical World and Measurement. In Physical World and Measurement we will study about physics, about science and about physical quantities. So we will discuss firstly physical quantities and after that we will take the topic dimensions. We will start the chapter physical world and measurement. In physical world and measurement we will study about science and different types of streams of science and what are the physical quantities used in the physics. So firstly we will discuss about the physics. What is physics? It is a branch of science which deals with the study of the nature and natural phenomena. Suppose if rain is falling downward direction, its size is spherical. How it is spherical? It is found according to the phenomenon of surface tension. So number of applications are related to the physics. There are different branches of physics: electronics, communication, nuclear physics, quantum physics, magnetism, electrostatic, electricity. These are the many branches of the physics which are related to the science stream. So here, what is first one is what is physical quantity? Physical quantity. What do you mean by physical quantity? A physical quantity is that which is either defined in the form of the magnitude as well as direction. It is of two types, mainly scalar and second is vector quantity. And what is scalar quantity? Which is having magnitude only. Magnitude only. For example, mass, length, suppose distance, time, and vector quantity which are having magnitude as well as direction. For example, displacement, velocity, acceleration. These are the physical quantities which are in vector quantities. So, physical quantity, all the terms are represented in terms of physical quantity. All the law of physics are termed in the physical quantities. So, physical quantity are of two types: scalar quantity, vector quantity. Scalar quantity having magnitude only, vector quantity having magnitude as well as direction. So, displacement, velocity, acceleration. There are number of vector quantities and number of scalar quantities are there. There is a third category that is also described in terms of physical quantity, that is tensor quantity. Tensor quantity is that quantity in which there will be some direction of a particular physical quantity, but do not follow the law of vector addition. That is called tensor quantity. For example, electric current and pressure are tensor quantity. So we will not discuss further this topic. We will start our topic dimensions. Dimensions. What are dimensions? These are the powers of the fundamental units. There are 7 fundamental units: mass, length, time, temperature, electric current, amount of substance, luminous intensity. These are the 7 fundamental quantities. These fundamental quantities having the powers. Suppose we have to find the volume of that room. Then we will have length, breadth and height. So these length having the power 3. So 3 is termed as dimensions. That will be called dimension. So dimension are the powers of fundamental quantities like mass, length, time, electric current, such as. So we will discuss the dimensions and we will write the dimensions according to a formula. This is called dimensional formula. Dimensional formula. And it is also known as MLT formula. Mass, length and time. MLT formula. Dimensional formula. In which we will rise the powers of the mass, length and time. These powers, suppose there is a power of 1, there is a power of 2, there is a power of 3. So mass having the power 1, so this is the dimensions. These are the dimensions of mass. These are the dimensions of length. These are the dimensions of time. All these are represented in a formula that is called dimensional formula. So M1, L2, T3. Or we can say that there will be any powers, other powers that will be defined according to the different physical quantities. So in that topic we will find the dimensional formulae for the different physical quantities. These may be scalar, these may be vector quantities, these may be dimensional constant, dimensional variable, such as. Suppose from basically mass. Mass having the dimensional formula m. There is a power of 1. So this is the dimensional formula for mass. It is written in the form of bracket. And if there is only m, it is understood that there will be no power of the length, time, etc. So mass having the dimensional formula m1, and 1 is the dimension of mass. In the same way, length having the dimensional formula L1. This is L1 and it is written in the form of bracket. In the same way, time having the dimensional formula T1. These are the dimensional formulae. We will study the dimensions. Dimensions are used to check the accuracy of the formula, to convert one system of unit into another system of unit, and to derive any expression, to derive any extra formula. Then we will use the dimensions. So mass, length, time, these are the basic terms used, and by these basic terms we will find the dimensions of any physical quantity. Suppose we have to find the dimensions of distance. So distance is a type of length. Distance is a type of length, and length having the dimension, this is L1. These are the powers of the length. So this is the dimensions of the length, and this is called dimensional formula. In the same way, displacement is also the path, that is the length, shortest path. So it is having the dimensions L1 because that is also equal to length. If we will find the dimensional formula for speed. So speed is the formula distance divided by time. Distance divided by time. So it can be written as distance having the dimension L1, time having the dimension T1, so it can be written as L1 T minus 1. This is the dimension formula for the speed. Speed is equal to distance by time. Distance having the dimensions L1, time having the dimension T1, so it can be written as L1 T minus 1. In the form of velocity, velocity is equal to displacement divided by time, displacement divided by time, and it can be written as L1 T1, so it can be written as L1 T minus 1. So the speed and velocity both having the same dimensional formula L1 T minus 1. There will be no power of the mass. There is a power of 1 for the length, and there is a power of minus 1 for the time. So these are the dimensional formula for the different physical quantities. There are number of physical quantities, so we have to find the dimensions of all physical quantities. Next is acceleration. Acceleration. What is the dimensional formula for acceleration? Acceleration is equal to change in velocity divided by time taken. This is time taken. So the dimensional formula for acceleration is change in velocity. Dimensional formula for change in velocity, that is velocity. So this will be L1 T minus 1 divided by time is T1. So it can be calculated as L1 T minus 2. So the dimensional formula for the acceleration is L1 T minus 2. Here is the power of length is 1 and power of the time is minus 2. There is no power for the mass. So there is no need of the mass for finding the acceleration. Next is acceleration due to gravity. Acceleration due to gravity. This is a type of acceleration also. It is denoted by g. So this is also having the dimensions formula for the acceleration, because this is the acceleration due to gravity. So dimension formula for the acceleration due to gravity is also L1 T minus 2. Next is for area. Area. What is area? This is the length multiplied by breadth. So length multiplied by breadth, it is written as length. So length having the dimension L1, breadth having the dimension L1. So we will combine both these. So the dimension formula for the length is L2. So area having the dimension L2, there is a power of 2 is required for dimensional formula for the area. There will be no requirement for the mass and time. So the dimensional formula for the area is L square. Next is volume. Volume is length into breadth into height. So length, breadth and height all are termed as length. All are termed as distance. So this will be having the dimension L into L into L. So it can be calculated as L cube. So the dimensional formula for the volume is L cube, and the dimensions of the length is 3. The dimensions of the length is 3. There is no dimension for the mass and time. Next for density. Density having the formula mass by volume. And for mass, the dimension formula is m1. For volume, the dimension formula is L cube. So it can be written as m1 L minus 3. This is the dimension formula for the density. What is the dimension formula for force? Force is equal to mass into acceleration. Mass having the dimension m1, acceleration having the dimension m1 t minus 2, combining both the terms m1 l1 t minus 2. This is the dimension formula for the force. The dimension of the force is used in the many physical quantities. Now we will find the dimensions formula for work. Work is the product of the force and displacement. Force and displacement. Force having the formula m1 L1 T minus 2, and dimensions for the displacement is L1. So it can be written as m1 L2 T minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for the work. Next is power. Power is equal to work divided by time. Power is equal to work divided by time. Work having the dimension m1 L2 T minus 2 divided by time t 1. So it can be calculated as m1 L2 T minus 3. m1 L2 T minus 3. Next is pressure. Pressure is equal to force by area. Pressure is equal to force by area. So force having the dimension m1 L1 T minus 2, area having the dimension L2. So it can be calculated as m1 L minus 1 T minus 2. m1 L minus 1 T minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for the pressure. Next is kinetic energy. Kinetic energy having the formula half mv square. Half is a constant, it doesn't have any dimension. M is the mass and v is the velocity. So the kinetic energy having the dimension formula m1, velocity having dimension formula L1 T minus 1 whole square. So it can be calculated as m1 L2 T minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for the kinetic energy. In the same manner, we will find the dimensional formula for the potential energy. These are the physical quantities, number of physical quantities which will be discussed in every chapter of the class 11. Potential energy, that will be mgh. Mass having the dimension formula L1. Acceleration due to gravity having the dimension formula L1 T minus 2. Height having the dimension formula L1. So it can be written as m1 L2 T minus 2. So all these having the same dimensional formula. Energy, potential energy, kinetic energy, any type of energy having the same dimensional formula m1 L2 T minus 2. Linear momentum. Linear momentum is the product of mass and velocity. It is denoted by P. P is equal to m into v. The dimensional formula for the linear momentum is m1, velocity L1 T minus 1. So dimension is m1 L1 T minus 1. The dimensional formula for the linear momentum is m1 L1 T minus 1. Next is impulse. Impulse is the product of force into time. Force into time. And the dimensional formula for force is m1 L1 T minus 2. Time is t1, so it can be calculated as m1 L1 T minus 1. So the dimensions of the linear momentum and impulse are same. Next is stress. Stress having the formula force by area. So that will be the same formula for the pressure. Pressure is also force by area. So it can be written as M1 L1 T minus 2 divided by L square, and it can be written as M1 L1 T minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for the stress. Next is strain. Strain is the ratio of change in configuration to the original configuration. It is the ratio of change in the configuration to the original configuration. Change in the configuration means there is a change in the length divided by original length. Change in the volume divided by original volume. So change in the configuration, that is the change the length. For length there is a dimension of L1. For original configuration there is also length, so that is also L1. So we will find that there will be no dimension for the strain. There will be no dimension for the strain, so it can be written as L0. Now there is a angle. That is the ratio of arc by radius. Arc, that is the length. Radius, it is also length. So length divided by length is equal to L0. So angle is also do not have dimensional formula. Refractive index. Refractive index is the ratio of speed of light in vacuum to the speed of light in the medium, C by V. And the formula is C by V. C having the speed of light having the dimension L 1 t minus 2, and velocity having the dimension formula L 1 t minus 2. If both are cancelled out, so the dimension formula for the refractive index L0 T0. Next is gravitational constant. Gravitational constant. What are the dimensional formula for the gravitational constant? We know that according to Newton's law of gravitation, F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r. Here G is called gravitational constant, F is the force, r is the distance, m1 m2 are the masses of the two bodies. Now we have to find the dimension formula for G. G is equal to f r square divided by m1 m2. Putting the dimensions of the each physical quantity, F having the force m1 L1 t minus 2, distance L square, mass m square. So we can write here n minus 1 L3. So G is FR square divided by M1 M2. F having the dimension formula M1 L1 T minus 2 and L square divided by M square M minus 1 L3 T minus 2. This is T minus 2. This is the dimensional formula for the gravitational constant. For finding the dimensions for frequency. Frequency is the number of revolutions divided by time taken. F is equal to number of revolutions is a number divided by time taken, that is 1 by t. So it can be written as t minus 1. So the dimensional formula for the frequency is t minus 1. Planck constant. Planck constant. How can we find the value? Dimensional formula for Planck constant. It is noted by h. According to the energy of the photon, E is equal to h mu and h is equal to E by mu. Energy having the dimensional formula M1L2 T minus 2 divided by T minus 1. The dimensional formula for frequency is put here, T minus 1. So calculating this term, that will find M1 L2 T minus 1. This is the dimensional formula for the Planck constant. Next term is torque. Torque is the product of force and perpendicular distance. Force having dimensions M1 L1 T minus 2. Distance having dimension L1. So it can be written as M1 L2 T minus 2. And this is also called moment of force. Moment of force. Next one is surface tension. The dimension formula for surface tension. It is the formula having force by length and force having the dimensions M1 L1 T minus 2 divided by L1. So it can be calculated as M1 L0 T minus 2. M1 L0 T minus 2. There are a number of physical quantities. Angular momentum. Angular momentum. Angular momentum is the product of linear momentum multiplied by perpendicular distance. And linear momentum having the dimensions M1 L1 T minus 1 multiplied by perpendicular distance is L1. So we will find the value M1 L2 T minus 1. Next is energy density. This is the energy per unit volume. Energy having a dimension formula M1 L2 T minus 2 and volume having the dimension formula L cube. So we will calculate value M1 L minus 1 T minus 2. So number of physical quantities having the same dimensions. So we can remember these physical quantity according to their same dimensional formulas. Then we will find the dimensions of each and every physical quantities. Now, what are the uses of dimensions? Dimensions are used to check the accuracy of formula. If the given formula we don't know, but we know that these are the physical quantities, then we will calculate the value. We can find or we can check the formula is right or wrong. Suppose you will take example. If there is a formula F is mv square by r. This is the application of dimensions. Accuracy of the formula. To check the accuracy of the formula, we will take an example. F is equal to mv square by r. We have to check the formula is right or wrong. So F is force, m is mass, v is velocity, and r is the distance. So left hand side, taking left hand side, F force having a dimensional formula m1 L1 T minus 2, and taking right hand side mv square by r, m having the dimension formula m1, velocity having dimension formula L1 T minus 1 whole square divided by distance having dimension formula L1, and we will calculating the dimension formula m1 L1 T minus 2 by solving this. Now from the above solution, it is found that left hand side is equal to right hand side. So given formula is correct. So this is the one of the method to find the accuracy of the accuracy of a given formula using dimensions. So there are three more or main applications of the dimensions: to derive an expression, to convert one system of unit into another, to check the accuracy of the formula. Another formula S is ut plus half at square. Taking left hand side, S is equal to displacement having a dimension formula L1, and taking right hand side, there are two terms ut plus half at square, and dimensions of u is L1 T minus 1 into T plus half. There is no dimension formula for the half. Acceleration having dimension L1 T minus 2 and multiplied by time having dimension T, so that will be T square. So we will calculate here L1 plus this is calculated here L1. So this is length, this is length. Length plus length, that will be equal to length. So total dimension is L1. So left hand side having the dimension L1, the right hand side having the dimension L1. So the formula is correct. We will put this dimension formula for u, t, half. There will be no dimensions for the constants pi and half and trigonometric functions. And acceleration having dimension formula L1 t minus 2 and time having dimension formula t square. So putting these value in that equation, we will find the two terms L1 plus L1. L1 is the dimension formula for the length. L1 is also dimension formula for the length. And length plus length, that is the total length. And total length having dimension formula L1. So this is the right hand side, this is the left hand side, and both sides are equal. So formula is correct. This is the simple example to check the accuracy of the formula. Now we will use the dimensions to find the value of constants. For example, if P is A x square plus B T, this is the equation where P is pressure, x is distance, T is time, P is pressure, x is the distance, P is the time. We have to find the dimensional formula for A and B. We have to find the dimensional formula for A and B. What are the dimensions of A and what are the dimensions of B? We have to find. This is pressure. Pressure is equal to pressure. So if pressure is divided into two parts, this plus this, so this one is pressure, this is also pressure. So by first term, P is equal to Ax square, because this is pressure, so it is also pressure. So we will find the value of A. A is equal to P divided by x square. Pressure having dimension formula M1 L minus 1 T minus 2 divided by x square, that is having the dimension L square. So it can be calculated as M1 L minus 3 T minus 2. This is the dimension formula for the A. In the same manner, we will find the dimension of B. So how can we find the dimension of B? Putting the value of pressure is equal to B into T. B into T. T is the time. So find the dimension of B. B is equal to P divided by T. And pressure having the dimension formula M1 L minus 1 T minus 2 divided by time T1. So we will calculate the value here M1 L minus 1 T minus 3. This is the dimensional formula for the constant B. So this is another method to show the dimensions of the constants. We will take another question. F is equal to Ax square plus B T BT plus C. So we have to find the dimensions of A, B, C. If F is force, x is the distance, t is the time, these are the physical quantities, A, B, C are constants. So how can we find the dimension formula for A? How can we find the dimension formula for B and C? We know that this is the force, and this force is equal to the force. It means that force is divided into three parts: ax square bt plus c. This is force, this is also force, and compare these terms equal. F is equal to ax square, so a is equal to f divided by x square, and f having the dimension m1 l1 t minus 2 divided by l square. This is calculated as m1 l minus 1 t minus 2. In the same manner, if there is a force is equal to bt, we compare this factor to the force, so F is equal to bt, so we will find the dimension of B, so B is equal to F by T, and force having the dimension formula m1 l1 t minus 2 divided by time t1, so we will calculate this value m1 l1 t minus 3, m1 l1 t minus 3. And for the C having the dimension formula equal to force, that will be equal to m1 l1 t minus 2. That is the dimension formula for the constant C, because this factor is also equal to force. Second application for the dimension is to derive an expression. To derive an expression, or to derive the formula. To derive an expression or to derive the formula. In that expression, any physical quantities depends upon the number of physical quantities. Suppose force depends upon the length, time, pressure, speed. So there are a particular physical quantities related to the another physical quantities, and by these number of physical quantities we will derive the relation between them, or simply known as any formula. So if there is a force, that will be depend upon coefficient of viscosity, radius and velocity. If in a given statement it is said that the force will depend upon the coefficient of viscosity, radius and velocity in an experiment, then how can we identify, how can we find that the force is related to this term directly or inversely, and which type of the power there will be in force, coefficient of viscosity, radius and velocity. Now solving this question, force is equal to, for directly proportional we use the constant K, neta r v. Now we will write the dimension of the given physical quantities. Force having the dimension formula m1 l1 t minus 2. K is a constant, there is no dimensions for the constant. Neta, this is called coefficient of viscosity, and coefficient of viscosity is the product of pressure into time. The coefficient of viscosity is the product of pressure into time. So its formula is m1 l minus 1 t minus 1. Because it is a product of a pressure into time, so we will simplify that equation. We will find the dimension formula for coefficient of viscosity, that is m1 l minus 1 t minus 1. For distance, this is l1. For the speed, this is m1 t minus 1. These are the dimension formula for the particular physical quantities. Now we will take the powers we don't know कि which one neta having the power 1, 2, 3 or minus a. So we will take the power a, this is the power b, and this is the power c. So putting that dimension here, so the a power is a, here power is b, and this power is c. Now m1 l1 t minus 2 is equal to m1 having the power 1 multiplied by a, that is a, and there is no other power for the mass, so we will write here a. For the length there will be powers minus a plus b plus c, and for the time there are the two powers, t is minus a minus c. These are the powers of the mass, length and time in terms of the constants. M having the powers of a, length having the powers of minus a plus b plus c, and time having the powers of minus a and minus c. Now comparing the powers on both sides according to the principle of homogeneity. Comparing the powers of the mass with the mass, power of the length with the length, power of the time with the time, according to the principle of homogeneity. So mass having the power a is equal to 1. Minus a plus b plus c is equal to 1. Minus a minus c is equal to minus 2. Comparing the power of the mass, length and time on either side, so a is equal to 1. So here is minus 1, minus c is equal to minus 2, and c is equal to 1. C is equal to 1, a is equal to 1, c is equal to 1. Now we will find the value of b. So from that equation, minus 1 plus b plus 1 is equal to 1. So it can be calculated as b is equal to 1. So all the powers of a, b and c are 1. So the formula can be written as force is equal to, force is directly proportional to neta power is 1, r power is 1, velocity power is 1. So its formula can be written as F is equal to k neta r v. This is the formula for the force. So this is one of the method for finding the expression or any formula on the basis of dimensions. We will take another example for finding the derivations of the formula. Suppose the time period of a simple pendulum depends upon length and acceleration due to gravity. The time period of a simple pendulum depends upon the length of the string and acceleration due to gravity. We don't know what is the power of the length, we don't know what is the power of the gravity. So we will take the constants a and b. Now time is directly proportional to L power a, g power b, so it can be written as k L raised to power a, g raised to power b. Time having the dimension formula t1, k having no dimension because it is a constant, L1, length having dimension formula L1, so power is a, acceleration due to gravity having the dimension formula L1 t minus 2, power is b. So it can be written as, now comparing the powers on both sides according to the principle of homogeneity. So t1 is equal to length having the power a plus b and time having the power minus 2b. Comparing the powers, so a plus b is equal to 0 and minus 2b is equal to 1. So b is equal to minus 1 by 2, and putting that value here, we will find the value a is equal to 1 by 2. So these are the powers of a and b. We will put these powers in that equation. So t that is proportional to length having 1 by 2 and acceleration due to gravity having minus 1 by 2. So t is that is proportional to root L by g, and t is equal to 2 by root L by g. This is the formula for the time period of a simple pendulum. Now we will discuss third application of the dimensions. To convert one system of unit into another system. There are three systems of the units: MKS, meter kilogram second; CGS, centimeter gram second; FPS, foot pound second. We have to convert one system of unit into another system. So for converting that system into another system, we will use the dimensions. So suppose we have to convert 1 Newton force. We have to convert 1 Newton force into dynes. We know that the force having the SI unit Newton and CGS unit is dyne for force. So 1 Newton force is equal to how many dynes? We have to find. So we will relate these things, related these terms. One, that will be N1. This is the Newton, so it can be written as U1 unit. That number we have to find, that is called N2, and this is the unit in CGS system, so this is represented as U2. We have to find the value of N2, so N2 is equal to N1 into U1 divided by U2. N1 into U1 divided by U2. So it can be written as N1 U1 by U2. This is the unit in terms of SI system. This is the unit for in terms of CGS system. So in SI system, the mass is represented in kilogram, and in CGS system, mass is represented in gram. Power is 1. Because force having the dimensions of M1, L1, T minus 2. So there is a power of 1 for mass. There is a power of 1 for the length, that is 1 centimeter, and power is 1. Second is remains same for both systems, so 1 second, that is power is minus 2. So there is a use of dimensions. If we know dimensions, then we will find the powers of these number of physical quantities. So N2 is equal to N1 having 1 Newton. So we will put value here 1 multiplied by kilogram. In 1 kilogram there are 1000 gram, so 1000 gram divided by gram, power is 1. 1 meter is 100 centimeter, power 1 centimeter. 1 second divided by 1 second, power is minus 2. So it can be cancelled out, it is cancelled out, gram is cancelled out. So we will find N2 is equal to 10 is to power 3, 10 is to power 2 multiplied by 1. And N2 is equal to 10 is to power 5. N2 is equal to 10 is to power 5. So the answer for here, that is 10 is to power 5. So 1 Newton force is equal to 10 is to power 5 dyne. So this is the conversion of one system into another system by the application of dimensions. We will take another example for conversion of one system of unit into another. Convert 10 is to power 5 Newton per meter square into dyne per centimeter square. This is N1, this is U1, N2 we have to find, and this is U. U1 are in SI units because there is a Newton and meter, and Newton and meter both are used in SI unit. And this will be dyne centimeter square, these are used in CGS unit. But we have to identify which type of physical quantity having this type of unit, Newton per meter square. Newton per meter square is the SI unit for the pressure, because force divided by area, that will be equal to Newton divided by meter square. So there will be dimensions of pressure, and pressure having the dimension formula M1 L minus 1 T minus 2. So it can be written as N2 is equal to N1 U1 divided by U2, and N2 is equal to N1 is 10 is to power 5, U1 is N1 by N2 power is A, that is N1 by N2 power is B, and T1 by T2 power is C. So mass having the power in the form of the SI units, that is 10 to the power 5 into 1 kilogram divided by gram power is 1. 1 meter divided by 1 centimeter power is minus 1. 1 second divided by 1 second power is minus 2. So we will solve these terms. 10 is to power 5 into 10 is to power 3, because 1 kilogram having 1000 gram and gram is cancelled out, so we will find the value 10 is to power 3. Multiply by 100 centimeter divided by centimeter, so it can be cancelled out. 100 power minus 1, it means 10 is to power minus 2. Multiply by, this is cancelled out, so it is 1. Again 10 is to power 5, 1 kilogram having 1000 grams, so gram is cancelled out, so 10 is to power 3, multiply by 1. 1 meter having 100 centimeter, 100 centimeter can divide by centimeter, so it can be cancelled out. So 10 is to power 2 minus 1 minus 2 into 1. So it can be written as 10 is to power 5 into 10 is to power 1. So it can be written as 10 is to power 6. So the question mark is filled by 10 is to power 6. So 10 is to power 5 Newton per meter square is equal to 10 is to power 6 9 per centimeter square.